Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today I'm going to do a real quick pre-series announcement video that I want to go ahead and make before I try to do my official project of the newest Pokemon games, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, guys, depending on the main things I want to go and talk about with this episode is some different things I've overheard or seen or at least read about from what I've seen online. First off, guys, the video you'll see after this one, or maybe even during this one, will be a blessing or a curse to me. Because, guys, as I've mentioned in one of my last Pokemon Shield videos, I mentioned how my grandmother helped me purchase the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet game online for my Nintendo Switch, and I went ahead and got them on here, correct? However, it would not let me play them, obviously, early. If it did, that would be kind of broken. However, here's the thing, guys. Right now, it is Thursday, November 17th, 2022. But it is 11:50 at night around that time. So, this is going to be like a little waiting game for not only you guys, but for me. At the end of the around the 12 o'clock mark, I'm going to be turning on this game. We're turning on the Switch. I've already got everything ready. The controllers are in the... It's hard to see, but the controllers are in the Joy-Con, or in that little controller thing. And, well, we're going to see if the games will work at midnight. And depending on what they do, you may see a very angry reaction, or a very, very annoyed reaction. Or, I mean, a very happy reaction, or a very angry reaction. Because, guys, like I said, this game is supposed to become available on the 18th, and I'm assuming, especially if you have a download on Nintendo Switch, you could play it the minute it hits midnight on that day, which I don't think I changed the day. Well, if I did change the day on my Nintendo Switch, I think I changed it back to make it to where it's synced up with everything. I don't know if the time is right. However, what I can tell you is that it should be November 17th on this Nintendo Switch too. But it should roll over in about 10 minutes. Now, before I actually get started Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, guys, first off, my project is going to be on Pokemon Scarlet. I usually do the first game in the series. And actually, that's the one I kind of want to do anyway, because the box legendary on it looks better than the one on Pokemon Violets. At least from what I've seen so far. And so far from what I've heard, there's a lot of interesting things. First off, gym battles are supposedly back in this game. There are some new things called... I'm scared to actually give away information. But the main thing I don't know if I can give away information right now, guys. However, there's something in this game called Titan Pokemon. I don't know what the frick that means or what that's going to be about. And that worries me right now. Because one of my biggest worries was I was going to level up, or that I was going to need to over-level my Pokemon. You guys may think that's stupid, but when you consider how much I care about Pokemon, well, it's not stupid. I love having my Pokemon smile and be happy, and so on and so forth. However, guys, I don't know what in the frick Titan Pokemon are going to be. Are they going to be something similar to what we saw in Legends of Arceus with, like the alpha Pokemon or something like that, where they're just like a way stronger / way bigger version of the actual species of that Pokemon, like a bigger Rapidash or something like that. I don't even know what point are in this game. In fact, guys, the only thing I know about this game, I don't even know any of the Pokemon. The only Pokemon I know are the starters. That's it. Which means my team for this project is going to be completely random. I'll have to go based on what I like and what doesn't mesh well with my Pokemon. Because from what I looked up, guys, the final evolution of the starter Pokemon actually all have different typings. Um, from what I've heard and from what I think I looked up online, the starter I'm going for, the Fire Croc, is going to actually be a fire and ghost type when he evolves. Basically turning into what kind of looks like a skeleton crocodile Pokemon. But that begs the question, what am I going to name him? I could give him the name I always give a fire type and be Blaze, but with him being ghost type and being him being a ghost skeleton, I could probably name him pretty much anything that would be a cool nickname for him. Another thing I want to go ahead and mention to you guys real quickly is, from what I've heard, I think Pokemon Camp is coming back. It's not called Pokemon Camp in this game, but apparently they took the concept from Pokemon Camp and brought a little bit more to it in this game, to what they call picnicking. To the point where you can even groom your Pokemon and clean them up, I believe, if they end up getting dirty in battle. Which is something we've seen in Pokemon Refresh, in Pokemon Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But I don't think he's ever made a return since that game. And from what I've heard, you can get your affection up that way. And from what I've heard and seen, from the little bit I did read, apparently it's going to be just like Pokemon Camp, but with more activities in it. Including, like, being able to find random eggs, which I don't know what that really means. I don't know what any of this means, guys. The only thing I'm going off of is based on what I read online. Whenever a new Pokemon game comes out, I don't really look into the Pokemon game itself. I don't watch any trailers. I usually don't look up evolutions. However, for the Fire Croc's case, I had to look it up because, seriously, guys, like, one of my biggest fears with what's going to happen right now is the starters having a bad evolution. Like, I think ever since, like, Gen 4, no offense to you, Game Freak, you do make great Pokemon. There's a lot of great Pokemon that ain't the starters that you make that are really cool. But for the starters cases, for me, I think the design started going downhill after Gen 4. I liked Charizard and even Bulbasaur and all that in Gen 1. I liked all three of the Johto starters in Gen 2. I liked Trico and Mudkip, except for Marshtomp, in the third generation. And fourth, while I didn't like the other two stars, I did actually have a favorite one, that being Turtwig. Gen 5, 6, 7, and 8, I did kind of have a favorite ones, but compared to the first four generations, they wasn't that great to me. And that's the thing. So, yeah. Like I said, I have looked up nothing for this game. So, the only thing I know is what my final evolution starter is supposed to look like. And, let me go and say this, the middle evolution freaks me out. But, they did make it up with the final evolution, which actually looks decently cool. He's a little bit creepy, but he's also looking really awesome, too. And, so, yeah. The one thing I do like about having a digital copy of the game instead of having a physical copy is the fact that, well, I don't have to worry about messing up my Pokemon, any cartridge I put in the system. Like, what's hard to see, but Pokemon Shield here, you don't have to worry about messing up the cartridge in there because you never have to take the game out. All you have to do is use the controller you want to play as and then select the game. You know? My biggest fear, though, is like I said with certain things in the game. Like I said, guys, I don't want to see any of my Pokemon get injured or killed in this game. And it goes for every other generation. Which means, if it's possible, I am going to be overleveling my Pokemon. However, again, I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen for this video. The only thing I can let you know about is I'm going for the Fire Crocodile Pokemon. And I had to think of a name for him. Most likely it's going to be Blaze. But if I can think of a cuter name or something, I'll stick with that instead. So, yeah. This is very risky right here, guys. Oh, I don't even know if I can put this on YouTube quite yet. I don't know if putting the game on here early is a good thing or not. Heck, in a few minutes, guys, I might get legitimately frustrated. Because remember, I don't know completely if the game is going to work. It says it needs to be when the day it comes out, and that is technically in like 1 minute according to this phone. So, yeah. My biggest fear again, though, is I'm going to do this and it's going to end up ruining everything. However, if people are not lying to me about Pokemon picnicking being the same as Pokemon Camp, but having more stuff, I'm probably going to love the games as much as Sword and Shield. In fact, that might give me a chance to experiment with more Pokemon I've never used before. So, yeah. However, guys, like I said, I don't know what gyms are going to be in this game. I don't know what particular gyms we're going to be going up against. For all I know, the Firecraft could be the worst one to choose for the entire game. I don't know. But I'm just very worried something bad's going to end up happening. Because I don't want my Pokemon hurt. And I want to make sure they're safe and happy. Heck, like I said, since it's a brand new game, I don't even really know what particular things I'm going to be doing here. Like I said, for me, guys, this is a whole blind project of Pokemon, the Scarlet and Violet. I have not seen anything from the game at all. Again, no trailers. The only thing I looked up relatively was the final evolution of the starter to make sure that the design was cool instead of creepy or weird looking. Which, like I said, it is actually pretty cool. I like to get past the middle evolution, but once I do, I think me and my Firecrop maybe can become good friends. And knowing that they actually brought back the affection thing from what I've heard, oh, it's going to be great. And I can't wait. What's funny, guys, is the article I read about Pokemon picnicking on was somebody actually complaining about how the affection thing shouldn't be a thing. Let me go and say this. Game Freak, keep Pokemon affection in. To me, affection is one of the coolest things in a Pokemon. And I think that it's one of the... I think the whole goal Game Freak's trying to show everyone is the fact that you have to build a bond with your Pokemon. You have to show them, if you show them that you truly care, they'll care more about you. And that's clear to see with affection bonuses. Sure, raising up friendship is good, but in the end, it doesn't really do anything for you besides maybe evolve certain Pokemon or make certain moves like Return more powerful. Well, affection has actual good things happen to you in battle. Your Pokemon love you enough, they'll dodge hits for you. They can survive with 1 HP, like Sturdy. They can, clear status conditions for you. And so on and so forth. Dodge hits. Like, do you see my point here? I love Pokemon affection. It's one of the best things that make me strive and want to keep playing Pokemon. Because I love the affection thing. I love having my Pokemon care about me as much as I care about them. And it just makes me happy to see them smile. So, yeah. I don't know how long the session of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet will be. However, I am going to see how far I can get in a short amount of time. Obviously, guys, we always still try to stick to this, like the 45-minute routine and all that stuff. So, yeah. And we'll have to kind of see what works out from there for me. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, like I said, I can't waste too much time. It's past 12 o'clock now. So, next video, well, for you guys, you may not see a video besides this one. If on YouTube you don't see another video after this pre-series announcement, then you know that the game still wouldn't do anything for me. However, you do see a video, you know that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet work for me right now. So, yeah. In the next video, guys, I would do it right now, but I need to keep as much battery on these Joy-Cons as I can so I can actually have as much fun with it if I want to. Anyway, guys, I'll see you for the next video whenever I do, well, whenever we attempt to do Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. See you in a second, guys.